That's the main thing. A lot of people don't think we're in it for the money, but I am.
I've often heard that.
Yeah.
You got in it just for the
Yeah, a lot
money.
of people think I want to get to the top. That's not necessarily so. No. Paycheck's the big thing to me.
Johnny Carson's Tonight Show couch hosted some of the richest celebrities to ever live. These are the richest guests Johnny Carson ever had. Oprah Winfrey.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to
Does that
meet-
mean I'm not funny?
No, no.
I'm gonna pick on you tonight.
I want to tell you, there's this awful feeling just before you come out behind the curtain, you know?
Yeah.
And I came with my lawyer and one of my producers, and I'd asked her before the show to go out and give me some pantyhose because I had a run, you know? And she got a size too small, and so just as I was standing there, they slid down.
You felt the pantyhose?
Yeah. That's a horrible feeling when you're on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson and your pantyhose are right here.
A feeling I hope never to have.
It's a bad feeling.
Oprah appears on Carson in 1986 as a rising television personality not yet the untouchable media mogul Forbes now lists at $3.4 billion, as she immediately turns a simple pantyhose story into full control of the room.
You have a natural ability for it, don't you?
Well, I think...
You feel comfortable when I see you, it just seems to flow.
Yeah, I think so. I think that what works best in television, as you know,
Yeah.
the master of us all, as you know, is your ability to feel comfortable in front of the camera, and I feel real good. Except there are days, you know, and nights, I'm sure you've been through these, when you know you have died 7 minutes into the show.
Yeah, I had a green gold card to show me how that worked. Yeah,
You know it's over.
Michael Jackson.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I suppose you get this all the time, don't you? 2, 3, 4, 5,
We've
6.
been waiting to do this show for a long time.
You've been waiting to do this. We've been waiting to get you for a long time.
Yeah.
But you guys are usually on the road, or you're working someplace, or you're overseas. You travel all the time, don't you?
All the time.
You get tired of it?
No, not really. It's fun because we get a chance to see our fans.
Yeah. You got a lot of them too. Now, the Jackson 5. Now I see six singers sitting here. Now, am I losing my mind, or?
No, you're not losing your mind. It is 6.
Randy, he's a new member.
Randy, you the newest member?
Yeah.
Don't they count you yet?
No, you see, they 6 of us, but, you know, we still call it the Jackson.
Call herself the Jackson 5. I'd get a good lawyer if I were you, Randy.
The Jackson 5's first Carson appearance gives a teenage Michael a national stage, while the boy leading the performance would later become one of music's most commercially powerful entertainers with a multi-billion-dollar legacy.
I know all of you don't know the names, so why don't we start at the end and...
I'm Jermaine.
Jermaine.
I'm Tito. Marlon.
I'm Randy.
Randy.
Jackie.
Jackie.
And I'm Michael.
You're Michael. Good. Now we got it all straight.
Would later become one of music's most commercially powerful entertainers with a multi-billion-dollar legacy. The group performs with full Motown polish, as Johnny's show provides the kind of national showcase that made a family act feel huge, while the segment shows none of the later spectacle, just a teenage performer locking into the camera with unnervingly precise stage presence.
Didn't Diana Ross have something to do with you?
Yeah,
your fellow stars?
Yeah, we were doing a benefit show in Gary, Indiana for the mayor.
Right.
Gary, and his guest was Diana Ross, so we entertained for the benefit show, and after we entertained for the show, she came backstage and said, very good, I'd like to take you to Motown in Detroit and play for Berry Gordy and the executive staff, you know. And we entertained for them, and after that, we had our first record out, was Want You Back, was a $2 million seller.
2 million is all, first one.
And after that...
Paul McCartney.
Ed Sullivan came out, introduced you guys, the place fell down, and then you started to play something, and Ed Sullivan said something about me. Do you remember that? That's why I'm bringing it up, because I could never understand it. He says the Beatles want to dedicate this song to Johnny Carson.
No.
And yes, that's actually what he said. And I've never been able to understand. And I talked with Sullivan later, and I says, why did you say that? And Sullivan says, well, I think they told me that they saw your show, and I didn't understand it at all.
No,
But you don't remember that at all?
No, I don't think it's true.
Oh.
Paul McCartney's birthday cake visit feels absurdly casual next to the Sunday Times Rich List estimate that made him Britain's first billionaire musician, as he walks out not like a financial monument, but like an old friend bringing Johnny a surprise.
You only got into music, kind of accidentally in a way, and that wasn't really something that was a driving force when you were young.
My dad was in music.
Right.
That was the way I got into it. He used to be in a jazz band.
Right.
He used to play piano and trumpet till his teeth gave out.
Yeah.
Then
Doc, you don't have long, do you?
Carson looks genuinely delighted while the cake turns the desk into a warmer, looser space as McCartney's charm sits in how lightly he carries a career that already changed popular music, making the segment work through contrast with one of music's largest fortunes entering the room through a simple birthday gesture. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's right, and it's really a great pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
This is such a talented woman.
Isn't she, though?
I would love to work with you. Absolutely. I tell you, she's terrific.
Well, why shouldn't you work with her? Now, you've done Conan, you've done all those type of things. Now you're doing a comedy. Why not a musical?
A musical?
Musical!
Oh, no. Listen.
Arnold's 1988 Red Heat interview shows three fortune-building identities at once as the bodybuilder action star and future political figure Forbes now lists. At $1.2 billion arrives with controlled confidence, making him feel larger than the chair.
Was it painful for you when you had to sing? I mean...
It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine, here's the whole airplane for it was a scene in an airplane, and I had to start singing, and everyone had started turning around, and I didn't even know that I had to sing.
Mm-hmm.
And Ivan Reitman, who is, of course, a terrific director, you know, he comes to me just before the scene, and he says, Arnold, by the way, I want you to sing really loud this song, Yakety Yak. Don't talk back, you know.
Oh, sure.
So, which is
one of my all-time favorites.
We know it's a song.
Jerry Seinfeld.
That's clever material.
Oh, thank you.
Good,
thank
clever
you.
stuff.
I feel funny tonight.
Why's that?
I don't know. I'm trying to get out of the... I got robbed.
Somebody mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
Really?
I really did.
That's dramatic.
It's very, it was my car. They took the stereo out of the, they break the glass and they took the stereo out. And so my friends, they said, you got to call the police. So I called the police. I told them the stereo was stolen out of my car. They were, of course, shocked.
Jerry Seinfeld's first Carson appearance lands differently now that Forbes lists him at $1.1 billion as he steps into the spotlight, before the sitcom Money, before the syndication legend, and before his name became shorthand for observational comedy.
It's not like Batman where there's four crooks. Everybody pretty much knows who they are. What was it, a Sony? Probably the Penguin.
The Joker got that, yeah. That's the trouble with those things. You put that, they spot that stereo and Rip City right now.
Always trying to protect your things, but it doesn't work, this is a dumb thing I always do when I go to the beach. Before I go in the water, I put my wallet in the sneaker, Who's gonna know, right?
The set doesn't look rich, flashy, or oversized, which makes the future fortune attached to it feel even more surreal, as every joke has that early Seinfeld interest in ordinary life turning slightly unreasonable, making the segment play like the opening receipt for one of comedy's most profitable careers, Madonna.
How are you? It's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Now that is a nice outfit.
Thank you.
You design a lot. You get into the design of your wardrobe?
Well, when I'm doing a show, when I'm going on tour, or if I'm doing a movie, I collaborate with whoever the clothes designer is. But, no, what I'm wearing right now is just something I bought in a lingerie store.
What?
Madonna's 1987. Carson appearance carries the charge of a superstar entering a room that still belonged to an older television order, as Forbes' 2025 Rich list placed her at $850 million, and the clip comes from that Tonight Show appearance when she was already famous enough to change the temperature of the set.
What would you
What am I wearing?
Yeah, if I went into a lingerie shop and I wanted to buy one of those for somebody. Now, come on, not for me, but for somebody.
They'd probably...
What would I call it?
It's called a bustier.
A bustier?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah, that's nice. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah. Bustier, obviously,
Bustier.
to enhance the
bust?
The bust line, yeah.
Well, it's French.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's very attractive.
Johnny watches her with a mix of curiosity and old-school caution, clearly aware she is not going to behave like a standard guest. The conversation gains tension from that generational contrast, with Carson asking from inside classic variety television and Madonna answering like the future has already arrived. Elizabeth Taylor.
I'm not plugging anything. I have nothing to sell. I really wanted to come on the show and thank you for 30 years of brilliant entertainment.
Well, isn't that nice? Thank you for coming, Elizabeth. Now, my next guest. No. Did you come here by motorcycle, or is this your outdoor outfit?
Fat boy.
No, I'm glad you found. We have asked you many times in the past, but I'm just delighted you showed up here.
Elizabeth Taylor's only Carson appearance carries a wealth story that extends well beyond acting salary, with estimates around her death ranging from $600 million to $1 billion as she enters as old Hollywood royalty, and Johnny treats the moment with the kind of respect reserved for someone larger than the show itself.
So that's why it's kind of a miracle that I am actually going to be 60.
Yeah.
I've almost died a couple of times.
Yeah, I know.
I've been pronounced dead. So, you know, it's like...
That's true. It was in London, were you not?
I've read my own obituaries. They were best reviews I ever had.
Wow. What is fascinating? How's married life treating you this time?
Great. How's
Really?
yours?
Fine, thank you. Thank you. Let's...
The interview has a relaxed late-career elegance, especially when marriage fame and public legend come into the conversation. Taylor's fortune was tied not only to films, but jewelry fragrance licensing and the entire business of being Elizabeth Taylor, at a time when almost no other performer had figured out how to monetize their name at that level. That makes the Carson clip feel richer than any normal celebrity sit-down, since she isn't just discussing a career, but sitting there as one of the earliest models for turning screen fame into a lasting luxury brand that would outlive the films that created it. Dolly Parton.
They really love you. You've really got loyal fans.
Well, I think it's all because of the Johnny Carson show. You have a great audience, and I look forward all the time to doing this show. I've been excited for a month because people think me and you are great friends, and I feel like we are.
We are.
Even though I only know you from the panel, and you came by the dressing room to say hello a while
I did,
ago,
but you were
and I was
busy.
in the
I
back
didn't know.
putting on a petticoat.
Just knocked on the door to say hi.
But
Hear
anyway,
this
the
voice
crew-
coming from somewhere. I can't talk now.
Dolly Parton's Song for Johnny earns its place with Forbes listing her at $450 million in 2025 as she walks into the segment with a country star's warmth rather than a mogul's distance, and writing a song specifically for him turns the appearance into something more intimate than a standard promo stop could have produced. The wealth angle feels especially satisfying here, since the same songwriting gift on display helped build the career that made her rich enough to feature in Forbes' entertainment estimates decades later.
But anyway, the crowd's always great, and
Yeah.
they're no different tonight.
Yeah, you're looking sensational. I had a telegram today. I was going to have my secretary, Drew, answer it, but since I can save some money this way, I'll answer it on the air. It's from the city officials, Carl Hatcher, vice mayor, the alderman Luther Gilbert, a whole bunch of people, and Gary Wade, the mayor of Sevierville, I believe. Sevierville, Tennessee, I believe.
My hometown.
This is Dear Johnny. On behalf of the city of Sevierville, we would like to invite you to join us in celebrating the dedication of the Dolly Parton Parkway. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, now you know.
Dolly understood something about the Carson couch that most guests missed, which was that the host himself could become the subject of the segment, rather than just the facilitator making the show feel personal, rather than promotional. Carson's visible delight during the performance shows a man who was used to being charmed but genuinely surprised by someone who had gone to the effort of creating something new specifically for that evening. The Dollywood entertainment empire, the music publishing catalog, and the recording fortune all trace back to the creative instinct on display in that clip, showing that what looked like an unusually warm Carson appearance was actually a preview of how she would build a brand around genuine warmth as a professional strategy across her entire career. Ellen DeGeneres.
That's a tough job for a parent to name a kid the rest of your life. That's a big responsibility to be a parent. I'm a godmother now. He's 4. He's this big, in case you ever see him. And calls me God for short. I think that's good. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to be a mother, though. That's just such a big, You see these mothers with babies, and they always talk for the baby. You always walk up and you say, oh, what a cute baby. What's your name? The woman always say, my name's Tammy.
Ellen DeGeneres' first Carson appearance is one of the most important comedy money clips on the list, with Forbes listing her at $450 million in 2025 as she enters as a young stand-up with a clean, strange routine and none of the talk show fortune that would come later from years of daytime dominance. The phone call to God premise looks small on paper.
Good. You feeling good? Me too. Feel great. I've been keeping in shape lately, You have to. I'm getting older. I'm 27. People say, you don't look 27. You look like you're about 23. I'm lucky because that runs in my family. My grandmother is 97. She looks about 93. Have a little nephew who's 4. Doesn't even look like he's born yet. Tiny embryo of a thing. That's good. That whole fitness thing runs in my family, though, I think. My grandmother started walking 5 miles a day when she was 60. She's 97 today, and we don't know where the hell she is.
Yet the control in the delivery tells the real story about how precisely she understood what she was doing in front of a large television audience with minimal experience of this specific scale. Carson inviting her to the couch after the stand-up set gives the moment historic weight, since that move from Johnny signaled rare approval from the gatekeeper of comedy careers in late-night America, and its absence would have been just as clear a signal. Ellen keeps the tone light, but the career door is opening in real time during a moment that millions of people watched without understanding what they were actually seeing. The richest guest angle comes from how humble the staging is, compared with the later daytime empire she would build after becoming one of the most recognizable television personalities in the world over the following decades. The phone call to God bit also captures something essential about her comedy sensibility, which finds the absurd inside the ordinary, using a premise that appears simple until the audience realizes the logic underneath is more precisely constructed than it first seemed. Carson's invitation to the couch after the set made news in the comedy community, since not every stand-up received that signal, and the comedians watching understood exactly what it meant for the career that would follow. Johnny Carson hosted some of the wealthiest people in entertainment history without knowing he was building a financial document from his desk on NBC's Burbank lot, as Oprah's $3.4 billion McCartney's billionaire milestone and Ellen's daytime empire all have a piece of their origin story somewhere on that couch. If you enjoy this kind of Tonight Show content, be sure to like the video and subscribe so you never miss when we upload.